Hello, and we're back from Corona POS. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, many small businesses are wondering how they'll continue to make ends meet and keep your business afloat. Many of you have had to shut down indefinitely. Others are open but at a lesser capacity, and even those who are still able to operate business as usual, it's likely that sales are significantly down. In what is one of already many steps the federal government has taken to help alleviate the financial burdens for small businesses, the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security, or CARES Act, was passed in late March 2020. We've put together this guide for the small businesses on the CARES Act to provide another resource for our customers and readers to use during this difficult time. You can also check out our other guides or reach out to us for more information. So first, we wanted to cover what the goals of the Act are. The CARES Act is the first part of the stimulus package that the United States Congress has passed to provide aid for its citizens and businesses. Totaling about $2 trillion, the relief package allocates $350 billion to small businesses. The United States Small Business Association, or SBA for short, is in charge of accepting and processing all small business applications. Now, there are various arms of the program that are catered to specific needs from businesses. Not every business will need to apply for aid, and many more won't need to apply for every item offered. So let's go over some of the specifics so you can better determine your course of action. And for more advice, contact your local SBA office. States have already approved their businesses to apply for disaster relief funding. So for the most up-to-date info, they also recommend that you follow your local office's Twitter account. The first part of the CARES Act plan offers small businesses direct loans of up to $10 million as part of the Payment Protection Program. Now, this is a one-time loan application opportunity for small businesses starting April 3rd, 2020 and ending June 30th, 2020. The PPP will also forgive all loans for those business owners who are able to continue paying their employees for 8 weeks throughout this pandemic. The money, however, must be spent directly on payroll, rent, mortgage interest, or utilities. First, let's go over who qualifies. This loan comes with a few qualifications. Small businesses must have fewer than 500 employees. They must also have been in operation on February 15, 2020. It does include sole proprietorships, independent contractors, self-employed individuals, 501c3 nonprofits, 501c19 veterans organizations, and tribal businesses. There are also possible size standard exceptions that are based on industry type. How does this loan actually work? Well, small businesses can apply for a loan of as much as 2.5 times their average monthly payroll costs. This number cannot exceed $10 million. If the business needs to repay the loan, interest rates are set at 4% or lower, and repayment can be deferred for up to 6 months. The loans also require no personal guarantees or collateral, and loan amounts cannot be used for the same costs as any other SBA loan currently held. There are, however, a few costs that are excluded from being paid for by the loan, including salaries that exceed $100,000, federal payroll taxes, railroad retirement taxes, and income taxes for workers who don't live in the U.S. Additionally, if your business has already received credit from the Family's First Coronavirus Response Act, this will be deducted from the total loan amount given. Aside from covering direct compensation, the PPP can pay for numerous payroll items, including contract work, even if it's part-time, all sick, vacation, parental, family, and medical leave, payment for insurance premiums, any money allocated towards retirement benefits, as well as state and local taxes assessed on employee compensation. Also can pay for commissions, interest on mortgage, rent, utilities, and any other interest or debt obligations. When it comes to loan forgiveness, again, loans will be refunded if the business paid their employees in full for at least 8 weeks after receiving the loan. The loans must have been used for any of the approved payroll costs listed earlier. Only a portion of the total will be forgiven if a business reduces its number of employees or reduces any wages by more than 25% for those earning less than $100,000. And for any reduced wages by less than 25%, the business must return all employees to their original salaries by June 30th. Businesses must apply for forgiveness through the same lender that offered the loan and must provide documentation verifying all payroll, pay rates, payroll taxes, payroll and unemployment insurance, and any mortgage, lease, and utility documents. There are currently a lot of small businesses applying for this program, and predictably, there are some critical delays. So apply as soon as possible to receive the PPP loan. Next, in addition to offering new loans, the SBA will also be granting relief for businesses that currently have non-disaster SBA loans. The SBA has said it will cover all payment of these loans, including their principal, interest, and fees for the next 6 months. All relief will also apply to any non-disaster loans taken out within the next 6 months. Any loan that is not part of the PPP discussed earlier or any other disaster loans qualify for the debt relief program. Check to see if you've already applied and qualified for a 7A loan, a 504 loan, or a microloan. These are 3 types of non-disaster relief loans that many small businesses may be exempt from paying over the next 6 months. Now, businesses must meet the same size standards that apply to the PPP loan. Next, the SBA is also offering economic injury disaster loans, or EIDLs, and advanced grants. EIDLs are available for small businesses that have suffered substantial financial injury. These loans come with lower interest rates and can total as much as $2 million. The grants provide emergency advance payment for small businesses and private nonprofits that have applied for SBA disaster loans. The advance can cover up to $10,000 of the loan. Small businesses must first apply for the EIDL and then separately request the advance. The advance does not need to be repaid, no matter the eventual circumstances of the loan forgiveness mentioned as part of the PPP. EIDL can be used for any expenses that would have been able to be paid had the disaster not occurred. This includes payroll, but also any other business operating expenses. This loan and grant program contains the same size criteria as the PPP. Small businesses can apply to receive both the EIDL and PPP. Any advance given as an emergency grant will be subtracted from the total PPP loan amount. But businesses cannot use the loans for the same purposes. For instance, a business cannot combine both loans for payroll for the same month. Now, finally, the US government has also made amendments to the 2020 tax requirements for small businesses. First, they're offering an employee retention credit for any small business that is closed or impacted negatively by the COVID-19 pandemic. More specifically, this applies to businesses that have seen a greater than 50% reduction in this quarter's revenue compared to that of 2019. This offers a refundable payroll tax credit for 50% of wages paid to employees up to the first $10,000 paid by the business. The eligible wages must be paid between March 13, 2020 and December 31st, 2020. To note, this tax credit is not eligible in conjunction with the PPP. Additionally, payroll taxes can be deferred. These include the employer portion of FICA taxes, the employer and employee portion of railroad retirement taxes, and half of SECA taxes. Again, deferral is not available for businesses that have applied for and received the PPP loan. All deferred tax payments must be repaid in half by December 31st, 2021, and the remainder by December 31st, 2022. Hopefully that provided you all with some clarification on these SBA loans and grants. They're confusing. It's not going to be as seamless or as quick as we'd all hope. So it's important to get started sooner rather than later because there will inevitably be some delays. Subscribe to our blog and channel to get updates on all business-related COVID-19 news. And check out our state-by-state guide for more local assistance too. We're all in the same boat, so let's work together to get through this crisis and back in business. Stay well, and thanks for watching.